Alright, hey everyone, welcome to another Wildwitch RP Live Play TTRPG session. What is Wildwitch RP? Well, that's me, Faye, Game Master and Storyteller, and Lachlan, our writer and producer. We're a couple who love sharing stories, so much so that we quit our day jobs and created our own company to create and share high-quality, exciting TTRPG experiences full time. And tonight, we're playing D&D. This session features Vecna, Eve of Ruin, a high-stakes, or D&D's Vecna, Eve of Ruin, a high-stakes adventure where ancient secrets, dark ambitions, and forbidden magic collide. As the Whispered One's shadow spreads, our heroes must face unimaginable horrors or watch the world fall to ruin. With us at the table, we have several of the incredible players who have joined us on our grand endeavor. If you'd like to play alongside them, you're more than welcome to join us. You can ask in chat or hop over to our Discord to find out more information. But speaking of our awesome players, it's time for introductions. Like I said, I'm Faye, Game Master and Storyteller. With me is Sirenscape, bringing all of our background music and sound effects. You can find more information about them at sirenscape.com. And now let us meet our courageous and daring heroes as they continue to find hidden people in this dungeon beneath the crypts. And we'll begin with an introduction for Vass.
Hi, I'm Caitlin. I'm playing Bass. Bass is a devilishly handsome tiefling bard rogue who finds himself at home in Neverwinter, but for how long? Who knows? This week's fun fact about Vass is when he and his good buddy Hugh like to want to talk to each other without anyone knowing what they're talking about. They speak in Gnomish, which they learned from their good buddy Rue. But I like to think that even if they were chatting around people who understand Gnomish, there's probably not going to be a really good understanding of what's being said because I feel like a really kind of unique dialect from Chris, this like far off place in Kryn. So that's my headcanon.
I like it. Next up for our introductions, why don't we learn about Hugh?
Hi, I'm Stefan. I'm playing Hugh DeVere, a flashy, flamboyant, and fearsome fencer. Uh, Fun fact about Hugh today is that when he's speaking Gnomish with his very good friend, uh, he inexplicably has a French Canadian accent.
I love it. And then, last but not least, let's learn about Romulus.
Hi, I'm Ronald. I play Romulus. Uh, he's an adventurer, vigilante, bounty hunter, an all-around good guy, and avid collector of our in-game universe's version of the Magic the Gathering, sword and sorcery. Um, I have no interesting facts other than the sword sorcery thing.
That is okay. Well then, let's dive into our session. Just a bit of a recap. Our heroes had been called forth by the Lord Dagult Neverember to find missing citizens that had disappeared under the Alex Mausoleum. And when you traveled there, you did find the mausoleum. You found it overrun by undead, demons, and cultists, as well as a few areas that had some interesting inhabitants, water elementals, a Marid. But you have been finding the missing citizens. So far, you have found Sarcelle and Umberto, and most recently, Indrina. As you had opened her cell where we had left off, So, let's pick up with you all meeting with Andrina. You had, as it opened the door, found her in a crypt smelling horrid. It smells like a sewer here. She wears a silk scarf about her face, covered to perhaps protect from the smell, the stench here. Um, and her once fine clothes are in tatters.
I I nudge Vass in arms, like, ladies man, and gesture to him or towards Adrena.
Oh gosh, are you Adrena?
Yeah,
Oh, we're here to rescue you.
thank goodness someone is. Do you have anywhere away from this horrid smell?
Remind me, did the rest of the place smell this bad?
No, this place is
Oh,
one of the worst.
yeah, absolutely. We just gotta backtrack a little bit.
I'm okay with walking. And she'll stand up from the mattress and follow you wherever you might lead.
As she walks out of the room, I throw a card over her head, and it kind of disintegrates and turns into like dust as I do prestidigitation to cleanse her of the smell.
As she notices this, she gives you a very she notices you. She looks at you, perhaps making a mental note as she will undo the scarf around her face. And, so, thank you to my rescuers. I think I recognize a few of you from local stories.
Wait, the same Andrea knows of us?
Well, in my circles, adventurers do come up as points of conversation sometimes, yes.
He has his mask on, but he kind of, if he could blush, he would. But you know, brown skin doesn't really blush.
Yes, you've been to one of my shows.
Ah, yes. I remember.
Um, we are going to get you out of here as soon as possible, but I believe we have one more missing individual to locate, and we're going to make sure we take care of these weird cultists so they don't continue to kidnap any more people. And I will lead her to the other two followers and give her the same spiel of, you know, stay next to them while we clear rooms.
Great. So,
And I guess I'll go. Well, I'll point to this room right here to Vast, our resident rogue.
Yes. May I check the store for traps, please?
you may go ahead roll an investigation check.
It's a dirty 20.
You find no traps here.
Cool. Does it appear to be locked?
You would notice that the door has on it the similar sort of padlock that the other prisoner cells has had, but this one is already unlocked. It hangs open.
Do I hear anything
You don't.
inside? All right, I will slowly crack the door open so I can peek inside.
What you see here, as you crack the door open, is a very squalid cell. It has not much, a bucket, and a small heap of filthy blankets.
Oh gosh. I don't know why Vass keeps saying gosh. I'm not speaking at all the way Vass speaks tonight. Because I don't think he'd say that. But oh man, do you think this is where they were keeping Eldon,
Hmm,
the Elven scholar?
it's a possibility. But this place seems so
Mm,
vast, he could be in any other room, and they've been kept so far apart from each other
yeah,
to the point that none of them even knew that, you know, there were other people.
yeah, that's a good point. Hopefully he hasn't been taken anywhere.
It looks like there's some more down the hallway, so. Hugh, you ready?
Yep.
Alright.
All right, make our way down the hallway, I guess.
All right.
Who's taking lead?
Um,
It seems fast as taking
this is
lead.
a door, right?
That is a door.
Oh,
All right, may I
ow.
check it for traps? Oh,
Go ahead, check that for traps. Roll an investigation.
that's an 8.
An 8, you don't see any traps here.
Wait, does this appear to be locked?
It does not appear to be locked.
I'll slowly open it.
As you open the door, you see several urns here. They lie shattered across the floor. And there is heaps of ash and bone dust. And as the door opens, you would see two wraiths as they emerge from the dust and the ash, and they shriek, "Vecnans, die!" And we're going to roll initiatives.
Guys, we got company.
Oh, we were helped by a race. Not covered. Alright. Ooh, I get to add you guys to the initiative tracker now. Alrighty. So, that's gonna be... Alright. Oh, that's so sick!
Cool.
So, you guys see the initiative tracker? Yeah, you do! Oh, that's cool. Alright, let me see if I can get that on stream real
Yeah,
quick.
that is dope.
And that one race got a really good initiative.
Rafe is locked in. He's like, all right, as soon as someone opened the door, I got him.
Yeah, he was ready to go. Alright. Oh, that's so
Yeah, it's a very
cool!
excellent.
Alrighty. Now that I've got that set up, it is going to be that first Wraith's turn. It would probably help if I actually had my real dice roller up. Alrighty. The Wraith number 1 is going to go for Vass with a attempt to drain of your life. That is going to be a gentleman's 20 to hit Vass.
Oh, that hits fast.
And Vass, you will take 25 points necrotic damage, and I need a Constitution saving throw.
Oof, can I use my reaction to dodge that in an uncanny fashion?
You can dodge that in an uncanny fashion.
Fabulous. So would that be 12 points?
It would be 12.
Okay, and what Constitution save? Good. Or
Yeah, con.
well, that's an 8.
That is unfortunately a failure. So you took 12 points of necrotic damage. That means you will reduce your HP by 12. Max HP.
My HP. Okay.
And that will be it for the Wraith's turn, bringing us to Vass.
Okay. Vass doesn't like any of it, but he's gonna try and oh my god, it moves to me, and now my icon's bigger. That's amazing. Okay, so Vass is gonna try and avoid this encounter by maybe persuading or something. Be like, what's a Vecna?
They don't seem placated here. Placated here. And I see through your lies.
I think you're getting confused with lies and me just it's what I look like while I'm confused. If that doesn't count as my turn, then I suppose I would like to just try and hit like one with a shocking grasp.
Ah, for sure.
That's an actual 20.
Oh, definitely hits.
Cool. It's rolled weird, so it's darn it, the last 3 are so much better than the first 3. Well, not really, I guess. Well, maybe. So how much is that gonna be? It's like 18.
So that'll be 24, 28, 30, 37 total. Except,
Oh, I was adding them up as they were sixes.
yeah, our Wraith is resistant to lightning damage, so it will only take 13. No,
Cool.
18. 36. 18, yeah.
Alright. I was doing that so that I could back away from it without provoking an off attack, which I'm gonna do. I'm gonna stop shy of the bend in the corridor though, because I don't wanna. If something's waiting for me down there, I don't wanna know just yet.
Alrighty. And I can't.
I have a bonus action.
Yes, you
I'm
do.
just trying to see if I have any. Let's see if I have any bardics left. I'm ready to go on my sheet. No, I am all fresh out of bardics, so that'll be for me.
Oh man, I can't wait for the day that I can change HP from this to. Oh, it's gonna be so good. So, with that, it is going to move to Hugh in our initiative. Hugh, what would you like to do?
Alright. Who is going to run up and Hunter's Mark and then strike the Wraith? Say, watch out, it's some soft spawn. So first that's gonna be a 13.
The 13 will hit the Wraith.
Oh. Not impressive at all. Okay. 12 piercing. Oh, sorry, and all this has all been after applying the Hunter's Mark to it, so.
Yeah.
5 force. 9 fire. 4 psychic, and attack with advantage on this one. So that's a 30 to hit.
Definitely hits.
For 14 piercing. For force and for fire.
Alright, it was looking rough here, but it's still fluttering about. And Romulus, you are up next.
Okay. Hearing what it said, is there a roll I can make to kind of like ascertain what a Vecna is?
Roll for me either history or religion.
Oh well, they're literally the same. So, nope.
It's not coming to you right now.
Okay. I'm a. Ooh, sorry. I'm assuming, whatever a Vecna is, it's probably the other people. The cultists. And so, I too will attempt to disescalate the situation. I will try to poke my head and arm through the doorway and kind of flash my holy symbol. And say, I am no Vecna. I don't. How do I phrase this? I serve Anubis, and I kind of again flash
Alright.
my holy symbol.
As you flash your holy symbol, as you make these words and think of this, I will say that will be your action this turn. All of that combined. Anything else you would like to do? Bonus action, movement, anything like that?
No, can't. No, I'm good.
Our second Wraith is going to move through the walls and aim for you, Romulus, as it screams, "Lies!" And it's going to try and drain the life from you.
Oh. Well, that was a bad idea on its part.
That is a 16 to try and life drain, but I do believe that's a miss.
No.
So, with that, it is going to be top of the round with Wraith 1 attempting to drain from Hugh. But that is definitely going to miss with a 12. And Vass, it is your turn.
Hey. Am I able to get a clear shot at Wraith 2 through both of my companions, or is it too crowded?
I'd say it wouldn't be a clean shot for a archer of lesser stature, but you can definitely make the attempt.
I will attempt to shoot Wraith 2 with my bow of melodies. And I will make it a reverberation shot. That's a natural 1. I'll try again. That's an 18.
So the first one bounces off the side of Romulus's helmet and clatters to the ground. But the second one will
Ow.
hit.
Sorry. Oh god, that reverberated too.
It's just like a
That
bell
was
in there.
unpleasant. So
Oh,
the
no.
second one though, hits, I think.
Oh yeah, the second one is running to hit for sure.
Cool. I'm gonna get some sneak attack on there then. If I can find it on my sheet. Why can't I find anything today? It's so frustrating. There it is. Okay, so it's gonna be 15 piercing, but I have a thing. I've got a thing where I think I can re-roll damage because I have the piercer feat. I think that's the thing. I don't think that changed in the new rolls. Let me see. Once per turn, you deal piercing damage, you can re-roll one of the attack's damage dice. Am I able to re-roll the 1 on the sneak attack?
I'll say because sneak attack modifies the damage of the attack, and so it'll take the attack's damage, whatever it's doing. In this case, it is doing piercing damage, so yeah, I'll say you can you can choose that.
Cool. So that'll be, it could be 9 plus, oh, it changed it to a 2. So that's 16 piercing and 4 thunder, which I imagine it is resistant to.
It is resistant to thunder.
And that'll be it for me.
Alrighty. It is Hugh's turn next.
Okay. I'll try and take down this guy in front of me. I'll still have advantage from Vex. So that's a 28
That will hit.
or 11 piercing.
Alrighty.
6 psychic. 6 force. And 8 fire.
And he goes down.
And I whip around and bonus action. Oh, let's see. Can I go through Romulus to a point where I can get in melee with the other Wraith?
Unfortunately, no. You could move through Romulus, and treating it as difficult terrain, except that the Wraith is, you can't move through, enemy spaces, so you would not be able to stop in Romulus's space.
Oh, I've been. Yeah, we're probably fine for spell slots. I'm going to Misty Step, and I assume I'm allowed to do that to get behind them.
Easily done.
Okay. And then, of course, stab. They get 23 hits.
23 will hit.
That will be 17 magical piercing. 4 fire. And 1 psychic.
Alright, lovely. And as Q's turn comes to an end, Romulus, it is your turn.
Well, seeing as negotiations have not worked our way, I'm going to take my 3 attacks. The Fate Dealer is 22, 26, and third attack with the Scimitar, 16.
3 hits.
Alright, and I'm going to bonus action do True Strike with the first attack.
Sounds good.
That's 20 plus. That's 24 for the first attack. And then. $12 for the second attack. And then 7 for the third attack.
Well, it would be perhaps lessened on the third attack if it's mattered, but you defeat the Wraith, meaning that combat comes to an end. As you reach the end of the combat, you would notice the figure, firstly of Umberto, and Sarcel and Indrina sort of peeking out as they look up at Umberto. Excuse me, but I do believe that I heard that they called Vecnings. Is that who we believe are here?
Yes. Have you heard of this term?
In fact, I have. And where's the... Alright, you learn another secret. Umberto... Come on, give me his information. Well, as he looks around, I must admit to a bit of a fib. I've known they were Vecnans all along. You see, I am one of the preeminent experts on Vecnan history. It's a subject around Vecna himself. But I didn't want you to think that I was in league with these cultists. I would never do such a thing.
Insight.
Roll an insight check.
Oh god,
No.
I have negatives to insight.
Can I insight as
Oh,
well?
For sure.
11.
Almost, it was almost a natural 20. Rolled on to 2.
Um, Romulus, it doesn't seem that Umberto is trying to deceive you here, but he does seem very excited to be able to now talk about Vecnan history, perhaps unlocking another thing that he can chatter away about.
Okay. I'm assuming Vecna is some type of deity.
Well, that's there is a whole situation around Vecna. Um, he was once mortal, but
Mhm.
through many years and arcane developments, he rose to a area of lichdom. And this was, of course, hundreds of years ago, his mortal form, and then over time, and he's become a ruler of an empire on an entirely other world. And they then moved to the multiverse. They being his closest associates in life and on death, a figure known as Cass. But Cass then killed Vecna and was flung across the multiverse. But Vecna didn't quite die. There are many things that have happened, but we perhaps should look. You said that there was a fourth figure that was taken. Miss Indrina was talking of.
Right. Um. Hmm. That's a lot to take in. So I guess we'll pocket this conversation for another time. Um. Vass, you took a solid hit. You good?
I am okay. Not great, not terrible, just okay.
Okay. I am one who does not know your limits, so I I know none the wiser. So I will just take your word.
I'm gonna trust
Uh,
You
you.
quietly walks past Vass and kind of elbows him in the ribs and leans over to talk in a low voice. You also have been rocking amongst the multiverse, and I happen to notice that Vass and Cass sound awfully alike. Anything you want to tell me?
It's my alias. Don't tell anyone.
Oh, secret safe with me. Kill her back now.
Hugh learns another secret. No, okay.
Yeah, Vast winks at you as he says that. Um, how are we tracking the secrets? Is it a pooled resource,
Yes.
or are they tied to particular people?
So well, yes and no. So it is a pooled resource for your group to utilize a secret. You can't yet, but you do have two for once you can be able to use those. Um, and they are tied specific to, whoever gave you the secret in the sense that that's where there's a connection to where you learned it from. But no, to utilize it, it is a pooled resource.
Okay.
All right. Uh, I'm assuming I see a door ahead of us.
Yeah, you do see a door ahead of you. Would you like to open the door?
That's Vass's job. I don't want to just take someone's job or anything away from them.
Before we open it, was there now once the wraiths disappeared, was there anything interesting in the room besides the smashed urns?
Would you like to check? investigate it?
Yes.
Sure. May
Yes,
as well.
God.
As you
It's a
look
natural
through,
20.
unfortunately, there's nothing more than smashed urns here.
Damn
Oh
it.
no.
Can I
Dang
use
it,
that
Link.
roll to investigate the next door? The
Uh,
trap.
it does not appear to be trapped, no. It doesn't appear to be locked
Okay.
either.
Oh, okay. Well, I had the honor last time. Doesn't seem to be trapped. Seems to be open. Would one of y'all like to do the honors this time?
Rangers first.
Hey, Hugh, that's your cue.
Okay, let's see. Boop-a-boo.
As you open this door, you see the latrines.
Okay.
Oh, close it. Close it.
Yeah.
Yeah. If there is something there, it might be dual
It's
elemental, and I don't think any of us want to fight one of those. So
yeah, it's filthy in here. There's a horrible stench that's overpowering.
Hugh, I promise I didn't know that's what you were gonna find when I suggested someone else open this one. So I swear. Pure coincidence.
So, with
If there's any treasure in there, it can stay in there.
um
Read.
with Hugh standing there, however,
No.
you would notice down the hallway all right, and I'll just clean that up later, but you would notice that there is a figure in the corridor here, looking down as you look down the hallway, you're able to glance. A cultist that shuffles. You see a vacant expression as she moves through, and there are several narrow doorways that lead off of the long hall.
What do you see down the
Okay.
hall, Hugh?
well, I see a cultist. So I'm gonna start walking towards them. To here.
All right. As you move there, there is, you can peek through the open space here. And reveals that room because it's not very big. And you see that it's a crypt, but it is small and empty.
Okay. I turn to the cultist. I say, "Look at me. I've been through many rooms. Every single one of you guys I've taken down in less than 6 seconds, and none of them has landed a hit on me."
She turns to look at you, and her eyes are glazed over in a sense. You don't see the same sort of fervor in her that you've seen in others. But as she notices you and the others, something changes in her expression. She becomes feral almost, and she's going to rush at you, and we are going to roll initiatives.
You guys heard me warn her, right?
I don't think she's all there. Dang, what's all these low initiative rolls?
I love this combat tracker. It's so much fun. I really like it a lot, guys. Alright, Vass gets to go first here.
Okay. Bass doesn't see this person very well, so he's just gonna viciously mock them. So
Okay.
that'll be a wisdom 16 saving throw.
That is a 4 on the saving throw.
That's for them. That'll be 12 points of psychic damage. And they have disadvantage on the next attack roll it makes before the end of its next turn.
Sounds great. And with that, Romulus, it'll be your turn. Oh, did we lose Romulus?
Sorry, I had to mute myself. So yeah, a card goes whizzing past Hugh's head as I do my version of Sorcerer's Burst.
Ooh.
A 14.
A 14 will hit our cultist.
Cool. They get the card makes contact and they get hit with what damage can I choose? Fire. As the card explodes. 16.
And... Do-do-do-do. And with that, the cultist is going to drop. Meaning you are no longer bound by initiative.
Well, guys, I'm not sure that cultist was all there. She seemed a bit more erratic than the others,
Yeah.
comparatively to most
Can
cultists.
we like take a look at her corpse? Like, does she look different than the others in any kind of obvious way?
Looking over her, she is dressed like any other cult member. She doesn't seem to have any sort of physical differences.
Can I do an Arcana?
Yeah, go ahead, roll an Arcana check.
I need new dice. 12.
12. Hard to say. You have seen different magical energies that have shifted and changed the way a person acts. She may have been underneath such sort of magic, but without any sort of identify spell or something of the nature, it's hard to say for sure what happened.
Does she have any wounds on her besides the ones that we inflicted?
Not that can be found.
Okay. Hmm.
Does she have anything else on her person, like papers or
No,
anything? No.
nothing really. She doesn't carry any of the keys that you've seen on other. Uh, she's just seems very bare.
You just make anyone cultist these days. All right. I guess we continue down, or
Yeah, I guess so.
All right. As you make your way further down the path,
leapfrog.
these rooms, much like the other, all empty. But there is a door.
Said door locked.
Would you like to roll an investigation check to see if it is?
Sure. 13.
13. Great roll. We will have to see how good that roll will serve you after upcoming ad break, though. So, hang out with us. We'll be right back to continue along with our story. Before we head out, I do ask that you let the ads run. They help us out a ton here at Will to Witch RP. They help keep our games affordable. If you would like to directly support us, those happen at my Ko-fi link that's on screen and in our chat room. Donations unlock awesome perks for the entire community, benefiting everyone who play with us for the next month. They include special companions, double treasure, double XP, all sorts of fun things. So hang out with us, and we'll see you guys very soon. back in action. And as we return, Romulus, you rolled a 13 to investigate if this door had any traps, or was locked, sorry. With a 13, you can discern that it is not locked.
Cool. I kick in the door.
Alright. As you kick in the door,
Vengeance.
it does so quite easily. It's too small. And
Oh.
what you see is the large room here furnished to resemble a cozy bedroom and a study. There is a figure stooped over a desk, scribbling furiously on the parchment, a gaunt, robed human man. And standing next to the desk is a one-eyed bipedal horror, spikes growing out of its back. There are tapestries depicting feasting undead creatures that hang on one of the walls. And as he looks up, he will notice your abrupt entrance and Mazundrin. Get it. I'm gonna roll initiatives.
Ah, shit. For the fight! As a shout out the hallway. Oh. Goody. Natural 20 for a total of 22.
Alrighty. Romulus, you get to go first.
Is the person wearing like robes of the cultist, or is it just a random individual?
He seems to be wearing very similar robes to the cultist. I actually have a picture of this guy.
Oh, neat.
Let me just pop it in the chat. That's what he looks like.
Ah. Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and kill him. Actually, I will, I guess, move here so that I can get both of them, if need be. But I'm gonna focus on the one eyeball creature thing. I'm going to do True Strike and burn my free use of Divine Smite.
Alrighty.
So first attack, 27. Second attack, 11.
Alrighty. The 27 hits, the 11 misses.
And then 23 for the scimitar.
That will also hit.
Alright. So True Strike. And is this undead, demon, fiend?
It is not a demon, it's not a fiend, it's not an undead.
Okay. Just want to make sure.
Yep.
Nice. Alright. Yeah, so that is 22. So 36 total.
That's what.
For the first hit. Sorry.
Yeah, that's what I got. So, for sure.
Yeah.
Math is math.
And then 10 for the scimitar.
Well,
So 46 total.
that is enough to take him out.
And I hold my blade out to him. I was like, "Do you want to continue this? Because I mean, we've pretty much steamrolled everyone in this entire place." And I end my turn
All right.
with one card face down in defense mode.
All right. It is going to be Hugh next. Hugh, you heard Romulus call out that there is a fight in this room.
Fight! Okay, I'm gonna go and stab the first thing I see that is Romulus.
All right.
After Hunter's marking it, of course.
All right.
17.
17 is going to hit.
Okay. The usual. So that would be and like 25 total. Oh, I haven't done the psychic either. And ridiculous. Okay. Is it still standing?
Oh yeah.
Okay. With advantage. 17 to hit.
All right. The 17 hits.
15 plus 11.
Alrighty. Anything else from Hugh?
That's as much as I can do.
Vass, will come to your turn. You also heard that there is a fight happening here.
Yeah. I'll enter
Slaughter
the room.
now, but yeah.
I'll enter the room, and I'll see the dead creature on the floor. How does this gentleman in the corner look? Is he looking pretty rough, or
I
he
mean,
still look like he could take?
he can probably take a little bit more of a beating. He's gritting his teeth here, committed to the cause.
Okay. I am going to trying to find a spell that I know I have. Is there any flame in here?
Yeah, he's got a he's got lanterns on the wall here that flicker with light.
Okay. Could I cast thaumaturgy and make the flames get really intense and change my eyes to be like glowing red dots and roll an intimidation check to tell him to stand down and answer our questions?
You can try. Roll an intimidation check.
Okay.
Ooh. Alright.
As you say this, we'll see just how he responds when it comes to his turn. And anything else on your turn, Vass?
I'm just gonna look as menacing as possible.
As it comes to Jared's turn, his eyes quieting a bit. There is a moment of fear here. However, the fear, it seems, fuels him. Death first. And as he says this, he is going to unleash a spell. I need everyone to make me a Constitution saving throw.
$14.
13.
Twinsies!
Unfortunately, these are all failures.
Yep.
No.
On a failed save, that is going to be 33 points of necrotic damage as he casts a circle of death.
Oh, it's a good thing you said 30 what?
33.
33? So I have to take half of that since I'm resistant to necrotic.
Alright, sounds good.
Could I rebuke him hellishly?
You can rebuke him hellishly.
I will do it at first level because I'm hoping to maybe question this guy. It's going to be a dexterity 16 save.
He gets an 18 on that save.
Darn, well, he'll still take 10 of 6, so 3 points of fire damage from the flickering sconce next to him.
Alright. That's it for Jarrett's turn, which brings us to Romulus. Your go.
I'm going to attempt to you know what? Screw it. I'll murder him. I didn't like what he just did. 25, 28, and 18.
All hits.
Also gonna do the True Strike. That's 8. Eight. 54. I mean 6. And then so 27, I think, total.
I haven't counted all of your totals. I just put them in the calculator. So, damage is done, but he's still standing after that. Anything else from Romulus?
Your mother smells of elderberries. I hit my turn.
It is gonna be Hugh's turn. Hugh, you still have this gentleman standing after he unleashed the spell upon you. What would you like to do?
I would like to get my own back on him.
Yeah, go for it.
I just crit.
Hell yeah.
This is gonna suck for him.
So we're gonna add the crit dreadful strikes and the fire and the crit. Oh, sorry, I didn't do my. Oh, I'm just doing a con check if I maintain Hunter's Mark. I'm guessing I didn't, so I had to reapply it with a new cast, but
Okay, yeah,
same principles apply.
no worries. Well, after a recast of Hunter's Mark and a lovely crit. Hugh, would you like to paint a picture here?
Alright, he blasts me with the death magic, and it just reminds me of Lord Soft, and how I haven't killed him yet. So I just, put my S back to his eye.
As you watch the body slump, the chair that he was utilizing falling to the ground. You are no longer bound by initiative, but you do still have the what's it called? The desk here with all of the notes he was taking.
Okay, just for accounting purposes, I didn't get down how much, what was the damage we took off the spell?
It was 33.
33, gotcha.
I'm gonna use the remaining of my lay on hands.
And I will be...
I can see Vast talking, but I can't hear Vast talking.
He is muted.
Sorry. I do not remember muting myself, so that's fine. I'm gonna do a 3rd level Cure Wounds on myself.
And I'm gonna use Endurance for my last time of the day. So I have 710 HP.
Alright.
Oh, that's a really good roll. I think we should search this room and this desk, see what we can find out, and his person also.
Alright. Go ahead.
I will assist and give Vass advantage.
Alright. Investigation rolls, I'll say.
Thank God for advantage. That's an 18.
Gerard himself doesn't seem to have much more than slightly more accoutrement than your typical cultist. A lot of the same sort of fanatical accessories. But his papers are something interesting. There are notes that describe a ritual of draining, sacrificing a victim's secrets and knowledge to Vecna. The notes illustrate the first test of the ritual, a disloyal cultist as the subject. And for his future attempts, Jarrett has chosen townspeople from Neverwinter, which he believes has, each of which he believes has particularly meaningful secrets to offer Vecna. Vass, you also notice something else here. There are mentions of this magical phenomena called crevices of dusk that sometimes appear in Neverwinter. The notes indicate that these crevices of dusk are magical gateways connected to a plane populated by undead. But Jarrett doesn't know much more than that, it is clear to see. He resolves more to learn after he finishes the current experiments in offering stolen secrets to Vecna.
guys, look at this. And then I show them that stuff.
Huh. Nothing more than trying to tap into a realm of undead and talk to a all-powerful witch.
I think we should purge it with fire.
Indeed.
We know
Uh,
why the people were taken now. Hopefully we
yeah,
can find the fourth one before he is a victim of this draining ritual.
yeah. I think that's what happened to that cultist we killed in the hallway.
That was probably the traitorous one. That was victim number one.
Well, let's collect this as evidence and show Lord Nimberweaver and suggest that he burn it, but show that whatever they were planning isn't something we want in the city.
Does it indicate the names of other townsfolk aside from the four that we know of?
It does not.
Okay.
I could put it in my bag of holding. That work for you guys or no? Or
Go for it.
all right. Then I believe there was one more door to check, right?
Nope.
Okay.
Would anyone like to do the honors?
You know what? I'm on such a roll.
True.
As you approach the door, what would you like to do?
Well, I'm not as perceptive as our rogue friend, but I will try to listen to see if I hear anything, any chanting or.
Yeah, give me a perception roll.
Oof, 9.
Hard to say if you hear much. It could just be echoes from the rest of the chambers here.
Okay. Is the door locked?
The door does not appear to be locked.
Cool. I'm not going to bust open this one, but I will open it.
Okay. Opening the door will reveal to you a whole scene.
Oh. Oh.
What do you call a group of Gnostics like that?
A mess.
The amount of
Next time we'll
Gnostics in here is too damn high.
You see this
Oh no, Eldon!
enormous room. It features these raised galleries to the east and west ends. On the eastern gallery, there are 6 chanting figures that ring the level. Their hands are raised towards a spherical cage that hangs from the 30-foot tall ceiling. There is, on the west balcony, the ritual's leader, chanting, surrounded by hunched, one-eyed creatures and knobby hides. And in the cage, you see a terrified elf struggling. And as you enter in, the leader will notice the doors opening, and she'll... Pets! It are unwelcome guests. We're going to roll initiatives here.
Why does everyone keep choosing
Natural
death?
zone. Get that natural one out now.
Oh my gosh.
Although that
Great.
is in my second of the night, so that does not bode well.
Alright. We've got. Do-do-do-do.
Ain't going down any fireballs.
Alrighty. That's going to be. I'm just gonna remove these guys actually. But, our Nothics get to go first, so, we are going to see them all sort of rush over towards Romulus and create this sort of barrier of bodies. Two of them are going to stay next to their master. But the first one, as it rushes at Romulus, is going to take 2 claw attacks at you. That is a 22 on its first attack.
Yeah, I think that hit.
For 8 slashing damage. And then a natural 1 will miss. The second Nothic to go is going to lock eyes onto you, Romulus. If you could give me a Constitution saving throw, please.
17.
17 is enough. You avoid taking damage from the gaze of this creature. And then the last one is going to look beyond Romulus and at Vass. Vass, if you would please, roll for me a deception check.
A deception check.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. That's a really shitty roll. That's just an 8.
Unfortunately, this is a contested roll, and an 8 does not beat the 20 of your enemy. I need one fact or secret about Vass.
Oh, jeez. I guess what counts as a secret? Like, what? I think I said it as a fun fact before. Does that count as a secret?
I'd
Or
say so.
like, is it a secret to the Gnostic? Like, how high stakes could a secret need to be?
It can be as high or low stakes as you want it to be. I just need one.
All right, well, Bass has a deathly fear of spiders.
Alright. As this creature seems to peer into your very soul, it will run back towards its mistress and begin to whisper to her. And Hugh, it'll be your turn. What would you like to do?
Okay. Hugh is going to run behind Romulus and then Misty Step next to this person who looks like a spellcaster.
Okay.
And then he is going to cast Silence right on the spellcaster.
Okay.
I
Just need to decide if you know what? No. As she sees you casting a spell next to her, she will use a reaction to try and counterspell it.
okay. Not quite.
So, for counterspell, if you could please roll for me a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. 21.
Alright, then you succeed. The silence goes off around her.
What type of an area is that?
Yeah, it's a 20 feet radius.
And let me just do this real quick. We'll make silence gray. That didn't help me. So that entire area is now silenced.
Neat.
Alright. It is the end of Hugh's turn, meaning it is now our spellcaster's go. And she is not happy here. And all of her spells do include a verbal component, so she's just gonna grab her dagger and attempt to stab Hugh. And that's a miss, so no need to worry too much there. Romulus, it is your turn.
Okay. I'm kind of blocked in here, so Romulus is just going to do his thing. 3 attacks, along with his True Strike. So 24, 16, and 14.
The 14 misses against the Nothic, but all the others will hit.
Alright. Nice. Max damage on the True Strike. So far, 25 plus the force damage. 28 for the first attack. 11 plus. So 15 on the second attack.
Alright, that Nothic is looking really roughed up here.
Alright. And that's it for my turn.
Alrighty, it is going to then come to Vass. Your turn.
Okay. There's like, I know the answer to this question. There's no way for me to like scooch past Romulus and move diagonally into the room. Is there?
I'm gonna say no, because you'd somewhat be entering into that occupied space by the Nothic, so.
That's what I thought. Okay. Let me see here. I wanted to do something cool, but that requires me to be in the room. Can I shoot a firebolt at the Nothic in front of Onyx?
100% you can. Or at least you can try.
I'm assuming a 23 hit.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
That's 19 points of fire damage.
And that is going to be... one of these guys down.
Okay, so that's my action. I'm gonna move my 6 squares and take an opportunity attack. So 1, 2, 3.
Alright.
I guess
It will go for the
4, 5,
opportunity
6.
attack. With a 9 that misses. And yeah. That'll be
Okay,
enough.
and then I'm gonna bonus action dash. 1. What's the little circle? Is this like, am I standing next to the cage but underneath it right now?
Yeah, so you'd be like under and adjacent. If you got into that circle area, you'd be underneath the cage.
Okay, and can I see where the locking mechanism is for
Yes.
the cage?
100% you can.
I'd like to position myself underneath that part so that on my next turn I can activate my boots of levitation and float on up there.
Alrighty.
Um,
Hell yeah. I'm
So
here
I don't
for
know
it.
where I need to be on the board to do that, but that is where I would like to be positioned.
Alright, we'll just put you... right here.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, I think I had 2 squares left or something, and that'll be my turn.
Alrighty. With that, it is top of the round with our Nothics. And they're going to rush in at Hugh, because Hugh is by their lady and they don't like that. So one's gonna be over there, we've got the other one there, and rushing up here. Nope.
Oh no, my silence is trying to attack me.
Alright. It's the thing about layers, you know? Something about onions. We're gonna get 2 Nothics trying to attack Hugh with their claws. The first Nothic is going to miss with both of them. The second one almost comes close, but is still a miss, and definitely misses on the second. And then the other 2 are going to glare at you, Hugh. I need a Constitution save. Alright, so
I'm going to use a heroic inspiration.
go for it.
15.
15, that's enough. You do not take the necrotic damage, but the other one is trying to peer into your very soul. If you could please give me a deception check.
Oh. 15.
15's very good, but unfortunately this is a contested roll, and it does not beat the 18. I'm going to ask for a fact or secret about Hugh.
You has spent so long focusing on getting really, really good with swords and hunting and magic, and never actually has been his lady friend, and he's been keeping this quiet because it interferes with his very, swashbuckling image.
Alright. With that, it is going to be the end of the Nothic's go. And Hugh, it is now your turn.
Okay. Well, I have an evil spellcaster right in front of me, so I'm going to do what I usually do to evil spellcasters. And stab. And that's a crit!
Heck yeah.
Okay. The psychic damage. Nice. And the fire damage. No force this time. Well, look at that.
Alright, let me just do the math because I like doing it.
Yeah, I'm curious what the actual number is going to end up being.
57 points of damage on that crit.
Nice. And I follow up with a attack with advantage. So that's going to be
well,
a...
Kendry actually goes down, but the 20 will hit one of the Nothics.
Okay. That's not... we should just do that again, because I don't think I get advantage on them.
I do believe it's just on your next attack roll, but I can double check.
It's the same as on Vex is against the
same target.
Specific.
Okay. Then,
Yeah.
Alright, go ahead and make the... We'll just do a reroll then.
Okay.
25? Yeah, still gonna hit.
Or 17 plus 6 plus 8.
Alright, and that's gonna be the end of Hugh's turn, yeah?
Yep.
Romulus, your go.
Yeah, yes. Murder? Oh. Alright,
murder.
so there's a bunch of cultists. I'm gonna
Yeah, they do seem to be focusing on the ritual and not the fight, so...
cool. Very cool, very cool. Yeah. Let's keep it that way. I'm going to bonus action. No, I'm not gonna do that. I don't know what I want to do. Most of the Nothics are being taken care of. I'll just use Cerso's Burst.
Alrighty. Who are we targeting?
I will target Dave, the one in the middle, right here. This one right here.
If you're pointing, I can't see it on my screen.
Oh, sorry. This butthole.
Okay, yeah, I got you.
Didn't mean to leave a mark there, but I'll clean it up in a second. Nope. 11.
That is going to miss with a natural one.
The card goes wide.
With that movement action, anything on your bonus action this turn, Romulus?
No.
Vass, it's your turn. You are beneath the cage.
I am. I would like to activate my Roots of Levitation. And then if I think that takes an action though, so I don't know if with my bonus action as a sneaky rogue, if I can try and pick the lock that I'm assuming is closing this cage. Stay close.
Well, getting up to the cage is activating your levitation boots in action.
I believe so, yes.
You can see the mechanism for the cage. It is latched but not locked, but due to the situation of this figure being up in the air 20 feet, it would take an action to open the door instead of just a quick opening of it. But you're here to help.
I'm here to help. I'll tell him that because I think he's struggling, understandably. I'll try and keep him calm and tell him that I'm working on it.
All right. As we reach the end of Vass's turn, situation happens here. Energy begins to spark. There is a shifting, a riot here of silvery purple energy that fills the room. You feel a sense of space tearing open, and you're falling. Everything goes dark. And here, you find yourselves having come on the other side of a crevice of dusk. As you are moving through, around the world and across the plains, as you are thrust through this space, you see innumerable cults of Vecna. They snatch away people. They strip their secrets and rituals, just like the one you stopped. Behind them, you see the withered form of Vecna, gathering the secrets like threads, adding them to a glowing sphere of hidden knowledge in some impossibly distant plane. The vision fades into darkness, leaving only Vecna's glaring left eye. As you have experienced this, you feel linked to this vision, to Vecna. But because of this, you are able to now utilize the secrets that you have collected. And you can add this little bit of information to your character sheets. Almost like a blessing or a boon. And as you experience that, we have our next ad break coming up here. So, hang out with us. We'll be right back to see what waits for our heroes on the other side of this portal that they found themselves tumbling through. Before we head out, I do ask that you let the ads run. They help us out a ton here at Little Witch RP. They help keep our games affordable. You can directly support us by making donations at my Ko-fi. Link for that's on screen and in our chat room. These donations unlock awesome perks for the entire community. Perks benefit everyone who play with us for the next month. They include special companions, double treasure, double XP, new quests, all sorts of fun things. So, hang out with us. And we'll see you all very soon. We return, and as we come back, you each find yourselves looking up at a empty sky. You are surrounded by the smell of rot, of wood, of dirt. It is Vax, Hugh, Romulus. You each find yourselves in a coffin in the ground.
Can I'm like underground as I try to push open the coffin?
So the coffin's open. You can see the night sky above you, but you would notice
Oh,
that
right.
it is in the ground.
I got you. And it's like dark out?
It is dark out.
I will produce a card and cast light on it and stand up.
As you stand up, you would notice more pits in the ground. This 10-foot deep grave. You're able to pull yourself out. There's enough roots and work to hit, and you would notice in the distance a metropolis. It reminds you a bit of Neverwinter in the architecture, but it is darkened. Everywhere here is. And as you are looking around, you hear that there is this hungry shout, slavering of some unforeseen creatures. But you would also notice, of course, your companions also in this pit, in their own coffins.
Well, this is not usually how my people custom death rituals. You guys okay?
We hear you?
Yeah.
Chicken. All my limbs are here. I'm good.
Vas will reactivate the boots and float up out of this grave that he finds himself in. Can I see where the others are?
Yeah. It's not difficult, like, this grave pit, so, like, each coffin is in the pit itself, and it's, like, 10 feet of the grave,
Were we buried
collectively.
next to each other?
Yeah,
Well,
you each have your own coffin in the pit, so it's easy enough to
okay.
get out of
But
your coffin in.
okay, so there isn't individual holes
No.
that the coffins are in. It's just one big pit.
At least for this one, where you guys are at.
Okay. Well, then I don't bother with the boots.
And as you're looking around, I'm going to ask for anyone who either climbs to the top, so like Romulus, to kind of get a look around the area. If anyone would like to give me a perception check.
Not my best.
You'll never need the perception roll again, my friend. 29.
Yeah, what he said.
I have plus 11 to that skill.
Alright, just assume that this is some sort of gnarly graveyard you find yourself in. Let's use our imagination for TNT.
My immersion.
No, not my immersion. With a 29, as Hugh, you climb out of your own coffin to look over the landscape, you would notice ghouls that prowl the graveyard here. And as they scent the air, their attention is pulled in the direction of Hugh, Vass, Romulus. And as they start running over, I'm gonna ask for another round of initiatives.
Do I see Eldon anywhere?
You do not see Eldon immediately, but you may be able to find him after your threats are dealt with, as it might be a little bit more, it seems, invested of a search, as it is not immediately visible. Okay, everyone's added to that initiative, and then... yeah, why not? I don't have any issue with you guys seeing just how many you guys have coming for you.
Oh wait, what?
Lovely. Lovely. Super.
Oh no. Why is there more?
Oh,
Hold
my
on, I gotta
gosh.
make sure that I counted correctly.
Oh wait, sorry
What is
guys.
he doing?
10 more.
There's only 12. It's fine.
You don't have to fight them.
Gaggle of ghoul.
It's a gaggle of ghouls. I like that. Take a heroic inspiration.
Thank you.
Alright. And... that's gonna be... I'm having so much fun with the tracker thing. It is just so nifty.
I've got a new tracker. Is it possible to roll initiative of bad guys as groups? Or do they all get their own unique initiative?
Yes, so they all show up on their own turn, but I just rolled for these guys as a group, so they all have the same initiative. It just breaks
Okay,
them up
cool.
based on how many there are, because the... and this is what I really, really like about this, allow me to nerd out for a second. The initiative tracker adds all the little A, B, C things that, you know, I had to usually manual do that, so I'd go in and have to reset the names to creature 1, creature 2. And now I can just roll it, and it does it all for me. And I really like that.
It's amazing.
So. As you all see these ghouls rushing at you, some getting closer than others, we'll have, that'll be Hugh going first. And
Sorry
Okay.
guys, the long names are driving me crazy.
we'll actually say that this guy is not as close to you yet. That's gonna be more accurate to their location.
I run up to stand between the ghouls and my new friend and old friend, and I call out "Me Pustava," and I summon a vague reinforcement in the form of and deadly owl warrior. So this is summon Fae Spirit. It's a small Fae, AC 15 hit point, 30 and makes an attack with a Fey Blade. That is my spell attack modifier for 66 force damage.
Alright.
And
I know that this is not how your creature looks, but it is the only small fae I can think of off the top of my head. So that's gonna be your buddy.
Summer Meliodas frowns.
That's why I'm able to think of that as a small fae. It's like, oh, that's right in my head. So we're gonna add him to combat.
all right.
We're just
So
gonna put him right after you.
Or this would be a fuming space spirit, and so it makes make a step to its current location and then attacks with advantage.
Hell yeah.
That's going to be a 27 to hit.
27 will be enough to hit our ghoul.
For 11 force damage.
Alrighty. And anything else from Hugh?
That's it.
Alright. And that was the Fey Spirit. So now it is our ghoul's turn. And Ghoul A is not very smart, like most undead. It is going to just go for what's in front of it. So it's going to try and claw at our little Fey buddy. With a 16 to hit,
That will hit.
for 5 points of slashing damage, and I need a Constitution saving throw from your Fey Spirit.
See what that score is. On stays a +2. 15.
Alright, that is enough. Hibu is not paralyzed by the ghoul's claws. However, our ghouls are more than just a little hungry. Ghoul B has Vass right in its sights. 80's going to rush forward. It will pass through Hibu's space if that would be a reaction. For the opportunity attack, if you would so like to take it.
20.
20 will hit.
For 6 flat. 4. 6 4.
Beautiful. Crashes against Vass and is going to just try and chomp on you. But a 5 misses, so you're able to keep these slobbering jowls away from you. C is going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 run up to Hugh and go for a claw attack and miss. And then the others are just gonna go. Romulus, it is now your turn.
Okay. So. No. Way over there.
So that was
Romulus is gonna spin a bonus action as he digs deep. And converts his raw sorceress energy into a spell slot. Pretty much consuming the rest of his sorcery points to create a 3rd level spell slot. And he can spin that spell slot to cast
Fireball.
I'll go ahead and take that attack of opportunity.
Alrighty. Since it's focusing on Vass, it will let you go by without it.
Okay. Just want to make sure I'm doing this right. "30 feet. Yeah. And I'm going to do Rhymes Binding Ice.
Con save or a dex save?
Con 18.
That's a failure with a 10.
For a total of 23. And for how many of them fail, they take 23 and they are stuck,
Dead.
frozen. Oh, okay. Yeah, so I throw the card out and it erupts in the shards of eyes, killing them. Sweet.
Yeah. With that, it is gonna be the end of Romulus's turn. Vass, we come to your go.
Great. Well, I will. I am sorry, I'm struggling with old rules for my swashbuckler sword spars. And I'm just trying to reconcile all of that in my brain. So, can I strike at this ghoul with one of my +1 scimitars?
100% you can.
Alright, Gastros, Pat Scimitar. And gets a 17 to hit.
A 17 hits the ghoul.
Cool. I don't think I'm getting sneak attack on this, but that is 10 points of magical slashing damage.
No sneak attack here, but it is looking rough.
Great, second attack, 15 to hit.
That'll hit.
Doing 6 points of magical slashing.
That ghoul goes away.
Cool. I think if there's something I'd like to do with my bonus action, but I don't think so. So I'll just, well, can I draw my second scimitar with my bonus action?
Yeah,
just
for
not
sure.
do anything with it?
Yeah,
Cool.
totally.
Both are out.
Now you have
Still wielding pet scimitars.
both in hand. It is going to then be up and around with Hugh. Your turn.
Okay. I will strike out the one right in front of me, and I use the non-concentration summon so I can do a hunter's mark. Well, my remaining 3 hunter's marks on it. So that's going to be a 30 to hit.
Oh yeah.
Or 15 piercing. Or psychic. 1 force. And 6 fire.
Then that ghoul also goes away.
And step forward to take ghoul letter I. Also a 30 to hit.
It's another hit.
15 piercing.
Beautiful.
2 psychic. 10, 5.
And once more, a ghoul goes down.
And my Elfen teleports behind Ghoul L.
Okay.
And with advantage, attack. So that is going to be a 24 to hit.
Yep.
Or 9 force damage.
Beautiful. And with that, it is our ghoul's turn, and ghoul A will notice Romulus rather than Hugh and try and go after Romulus with a bite. But an 11 is gonna miss, as it will step up there. But Hugh, that will provoke an attack of opportunity if you would like to utilize your reaction.
Yeah, I'm probably not going to need my area, my anti-crit.
Hell yeah.
To miss.
So the reason why he misses is because he's dead on arrival. Alrighty. That one's gone. And it just leaves the one ghoul here, as it's now its turn, and it will try and attack our little Fey friend. Trying to chomp down. 17 for 9 points of damage. And then Romulus, it'll be your turn.
Nothing too fancy. Romulus is just gonna slide over here, reverse grip the Fate Dealer's sword, and strike at the ghoul with True Strike. That misses. Second attack, 25.
That's a hit.
8. $13 plus True Strike. So 24.
And with that, you are no longer bound by initiative. And as you end combat, you would hear a sound now that the growling of the ghouls has lessened as you have taken out a mass number of them. It is a banging and grunts and a muffled please.
What direction is that coming from?
It's in the pit. You would notice that
One we
there
were
is...
in?
Yeah, it's in the grave pit. There's a coffin that's somewhat wedged into the dirt, and it is closed, and you can hear the banging coming out of it.
Rush to the
I tried.
coffin.
Alright, as
You
you...
spend some time scritching behind Hibu's ears before his minute is up, and lets other people do the investigating.
As you make your way over to the coffin, you would realize that it is nailed shut. You'll have to pry it open.
I use my sword to pry it open.
And, as you see now the figure, Inside is an elven man, a little frail. You can notice he has a symbol of a deity on his chest. Roll for me a religion check. Anyone who'd be interested.
Does this look like I have no idea what deity it is. But does this
Nope.
gentleman look familiar?
Name.
Yes, this is the figure from the cage. This is Eldon. Um, and unfortunately, neither of you recognize the uh, deity's symbol here. Well, thank you for saving me. Where am I, Menace? I am Eldon. A pleasure to meet you. Keywood. Eldon Keywood, sorry. He'll shake hands.
Yes.
Realizing that Eldon's here, I try to like look around the pit or the other holes that are around to see if I can find any other kidnapped individuals.
As you look around, you do not see the other kidnapped individuals.
Hmm. Well, I hope they got out.
Well, yeah, one of them got out with my very special dagger. So, yeah, that's the thing that happened. Oh, it's important though.
Ah, um, sorry, we didn't introduce ourselves. My name is Romulus. Knew this. Sometimes people call me the Jackal. The one scruffing his fake companion there is Hugh, and the horned one is Vass.
Romulus, Vass, you. Think I've got it.
You wouldn't, but we kind of know why they were kidnapping people. But do you know why they were kidnapping people? This cult of Vecna.
Well, I don't know that why they were perhaps electing us, but I do, of course, recognize cult activity. I don't believe they meant to send us here, but we are here nonetheless. You are familiar
know
with
what?
where here is, right?
I could put two to two together, but from the notes that Nutcase wrote down, that this is that dust plane, whatever.
Yeah, that plane of undead through the crevice of dusk.
Something called a crevice of death or undeath or something.
Close enough. You're on a right track here. We are currently in the Shadowfell. Particularly a very nasty city called Evernight, but Neverwinter has cracks between our world and the Shadowfell. Those are those crevices of dusk you're trying to call on. And travelers will just sometimes slip through the stream. It's bad that we're here, but not really surprising. Now, as I said, this is Evernight, which is an echo of Neverwinter, but it's evil and populated by undead. It seems that we're in the graveyard, likely because we were in Neverwinter's graveyard. That makes sense. But I don't see the crevice that we came through. Not surprising. Crevices are very rare if they are stable. So, we likely slipped through some sort of spontaneous one, perhaps due to the cultists' magic. we'll have to find one to get back to Neverwinter.
Great.
It's happening again.
I see that perhaps this is distressing to you guys, and I don't think that it's not distressing to me as well. I just think that perhaps we shouldn't hope for some gateway into Neverwinter. That doesn't seem safe. Perhaps we move inconspicuously. Ask around. The locals might know something.
We're not going to be attacked by these locals, are we?
I don't know. I don't
They
think
all undead?
they are undead. Perhaps we
Yeah.
utilize this strategically. It's an echo of Neverwinter. There's a market in the east of Neverwinter, so let's go to the east of Evernight. Likely there'll be a market space there, and we can ask around. Again, inconspicuously, I will suggest.
All right. I'll do my best to be inconspicuous as he looks at his very jackal-themed armor.
As you are able
Are
to
you all? Oh, so sorry. Go ahead.
go.
I was gonna ask him. Are you also, I guess, an expert on uh cults of Vecna or whatever, or are you just what is your field of expertise again?
I am a priest of Denia, god of writing. I make it a bit of a hobby to know a little bit of something about everything.
Hmm. Okay. Good to know. God of writing. Then, what formation were we taking as we entered town?
I mean, you guys can kind of huddle together how you feel most comfortable with.
We're trying to ingratiate ourselves with the locals. You think maybe they'd appreciate death metal?
Maybe. But
Oh, isn't that a little racist?
speciesist. Remember, we're in
Species?
2024.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, sorry. Isn't that a little speciesist?
Man, I don't know. I was making a shitty pun.
But yes, as you make your way towards the market space, you would notice that the wall that's around Evernight's graveyard, it is riddled with gaps. The ground is covered in fallen rubble. It's very easy to get out of the graveyard. And directly to the east of the graveyard, much like where you would expect in Neverwinter, there's a large market. It stretches for blocks in every direction. There are tattered canvas and shrouds separating the numerous stalls here. The feeble moonlight and flickering torches illuminate the city, making even the direst of nights that are everlasting bright. What you see here in the market is pale and subdued colors. There are skeletons and ghouls and vampires that meander the streets from stall to stall. You see all sorts of goods for sale, remains that are intended for consumption. You see fingers pickled in brine, jars of blood, organs being harvested and wrapped up to their patrons. There are bouquets of dead flowers. There are frayed burial finery. jewelry on display of severed hands, canopic jars, all sorts of lovely things that would be great for an undead existence. You do not see currently any other living creatures besides yourselves.
Mm. All right. Do you know who we should be looking for? What type of stall?
I don't. Eldon will say, and I'll make note. Eldon is fairly short. He's only about 5'2".
Still 2 inches taller than I am.
So,
Not them. Me personally. Caitlin would die for this person.
so would Faye.
He's adorable.
I love him so much. Um, as you're looking around, a figure approaches you. Most of the other people in the market space have been just sort of eyeing you, but keeping into their own lane. But
Good.
a woman approaches you, elderly, and she spreads her cloak wide with a flourish and a smile that displays fangs. I am Sangora, proprietor of Sangora Sanguinaries. You, not likely interested in a cup of warm blood. But perhaps you need something else. Something more ephemeral, like directions or knowledge. Been in the city a long, long time, and I know when people need a little help.
Even though I'm trash at it, insight.
Roll an insight.
I was thinking the same.
15.
Do we get advantage?
Uh,
Not a thing now.
no advantage, but you can roll.
I thought that was Vecna's wing.
Oh, if you hold on, let me look at this real quick.
You know, I'll still hit.
Yeah, you gain advantage on wisdom insight checks, through Vecna's link.
Oh,
Is that
sweet.
just the thing that just happens now, or do you
Yeah.
have to? Is it like a limited resource where you need to invoke something? And
Nope, I was just looking it over. I was looking at the wording of it, and it just says you gain advantage on wisdom insight checks.
Yeah, 15. We're gonna
same,
stick with the
same
15.
exact roll.
All right, so Sangora does not appear to be lying to you. She does seem intrigued.
Well, we would like to go to the opposite of this place. Back to Neverwinter.
And you are likely looking for a crevice of dusk. Correct me if I am wrong.
You are right.
Nasty things. Pesky. I'm sure your people in Neverwinter are just as upset about the indiscriminate use as we are with ours. That if you are looking for a way out, I do believe that perhaps you are not one of those foolish people. They are well hidden because of this. We don't want people popping in and out anytime they wish.
She looks around at all the corpse meat for sale, and it's like, yeah, I agree.
Tell me, how is Neverwinter? I haven't been there longer than a decade. Last I knew, it was lawless ruin. Is it still like that?
Um, no, it's a thriving city. Many people, corrupted, good.
Nor, the Lord Neverember. Do the people still view him as some sort of tyrant?
Uh, history? Because as far as Romulus is concerned, he's never heard of Neverwinter being viewed as a tyrant.
Yeah, go ahead, roll a history check.
I'm assuming Vass would know this.
18.
With an 18, there was a time, not in the very recent past, but when Lord Neverember came to the seating of power, that people were not happy with him and did view him as some sort of manipulative figure. They didn't really like him. But he has been adopted in the city in the years since his comeuppance. And Vasi would know this as well, that the overall populace view has changed.
Mm, I'm not much of a permanent stay in Neverwinter, but as far as I can tell, he's a respected member of the community. I wouldn't say he's upstanding, but as far as I can tell, he seems on the up and up.
She'll sort of tilt her head here. I see. Well, thank you for entertaining my curiosity.
Of course.
Seeing that you are in need, I'll help you. I know of just what you're looking for. A crevice of dusk stable. It's in a tomb. One tomb
Mm.
of Evernight's former living families, the Dolan daughters. It's in a graveyard, and she'll motion in the direction that you just came from. I can provide for you directions if you would so like.
She can't tell because I have my helmet on, but Romulus's eyes kind of narrow, and he's and you're just helping us. No, nothing in
Nothing
exchange.
scary.
You have gossiped with me, shared some insights. I really don't care to go back to Neverwinter. And I would hate to see everything so peaceful today ruined by a frenzy of those who can't control their bloodlust.
Hmm. Well, we will happily take your directions, and thank you for your help.
Alright. And as she will uh, give you the directions, go ahead, no, you know what? That would be So she'll provide for you the directions to the Dolindar tomb.
Okay.
I read her again.
Yeah. Roll another insight check.
I don't I don't trust her. Everything comes with a price. 23.
This is
She
the most helpful vampire I've ever met.
she does seem keenly focused on your group. Perhaps taking note of your appearances, your wares, maybe even your scent. She's taking any sort of particular notes. It does seem that she is not perhaps asking for anything else from you, but he's taking very keen notice of your general being. I'd say with a 23 that she's banking perhaps on the fact that you don't find what you're looking for, or perhaps run into some sort of issue, like more threats in the graveyard, the ghouls and whatnot that are free roaming. And maybe we'll collect what she feels is owed afterward, if you meet a unfortunate fate.
There it is. Okay.
An opportunist rather than perhaps someone more direct.
Well, after taking notes down from her, I will ask her if gold is a currency here and never.
Evernight
Yeah,
accepts gold
Evernight.
just as any other place, yes.
And I will give her 10 gold for the information.
Can you just, for my own amusement, roll for me a dexterity saving throw?
$19.
Alright, yeah, you pass over the gold.
And yeah, I kind of give her a bow and start heading in the direction unless there's anything else you guys want to ask.
Then as your group can head back to the Evernight graveyard with better directions of where you might head to continue your story. This is where our session is going to end tonight. We'll pick up
Dun, dun, dun.
in Evernight Graveyard next time. So, thank you to our players for playing. I hope you guys had fun. Lots of strides were made tonight. Thank you to our viewers for viewing. I hope you guys enjoyed as well. I'll see you all in our next stream. But until then, head over to Wildwitch. Check us out, or wildwitch.com. Check us out there. Join us in our Discord if you want to jump in a game yourself, or just keep up to date with all of our announcements. Follow us on Twitch here for all of our live streams, or head over to YouTube to catch our VODs. But as always, see you guys in the next one. Until then, later.